I was even shocked. I mean, I knew the kids and the adults needed water, but just watching the water that they were drinking and the risk to their health and futures was, there aren't words to describe it. It was so incredibly heart-wrenching.
Jennifer and John Stoll were moved to partner with Life Today after they saw the efforts of Shelby and Mariah, two young girls who helped raise the funds to drill a water well in Africa.
We discussed them at lunch about how two little girls with willing hearts made such a difference, and they let the Lord lead them in how they could bless others. And it was really inspirational that we came together and said, they can do that. You know, we just need to say yes, and the Lord will lead us in how we can help others as well. I felt in my heart that we were going to find something really valuable when we dug the basement. And when the Lord spoke that to my heart, I thought, what could it be? Could it be a gold bar? Could it be a deed to something? My mind was just reeling about, what did you mean, Lord? And as we began this process of excavation, bit by bit throughout this, my husband started collecting rocks around the yard, and we saw piles begin to form throughout the yard, and John got interested in working with rocks, and my father bought us a grinder, and John started working with rocks and got interested in the thing that he'd done as a child.
We just started to make Petoskey stone pendants, and since we started to make those, we took the proceeds and started giving them to Life Outreach.
I did not see what he was revealing to me. All I saw was piles of rocks in the kitchen and the basement and outside, and I was tripping over them, and I couldn't find my husband. He'd be sorting through rocks and piles out in the backyard, and so I just felt that the Lord kept saying, be patient.
I had no clue how we were going to do this. I mean, we were going to tackle people when they walk in the door and ask them for money, and I just didn't see where it was going to come from. And all of a sudden, we started selling this jewelry, and it was almost like God saying, you know, why don't you just settle down and let me take care of it. We've gotten the jewelry into a upscale gallery here in town. Also, we're selling some of the crosses at the bookstore. It seems that through God's workings that these things get noticed everywhere, and it's just taken off tremendously, and all those proceeds are used to finance wealth.
We had to help provide for the basic thing. If there's not water, all the other things are really irrelevant. Life Outreach has helped us to understand that our neighbors need us, and our neighbors are far. But God can provide when we commit our ways to Him.